Today I want to walk through the taxonomy that I use to identify interactive forms. When it comes to creating guidelines for better interactive systems design, the language we currently have isn't always helpful. While there's minor disagreements on this, the most common colloquial definition for game, for instance, is any interactive entertainment software. This causes major problems for those of us who want progress. For example, what are some qualities that make a good goal in a game? The best we can currently say is, it depends. Obviously, the qualities of a good goal for something like Final Fantasy are going to be dramatically different than they would be for something like Guitar Hero, let alone things like Minecraft that don't even have clear prescribed goals. Most people realize that, of course, so instead, genres are the way we tend to typically break things up. The problem with this approach is that video game genres tend to be a single system design with relatively minor iterations. Genres are too specific. Super Mario Bros. Has a lot in common with Banjo-Kazooie, and League of Legends has a lot in common with Dota. So while what makes a good goal in a platforming game is an answerable question, we're not getting much more information out of that answer than if we had asked, what makes a good goal in Super Mario Bros.? This causes problems for those who want to make radically new designs. Within all of interactive systems, there exist a number of forms. These forms are like engines that produce value when engaged with by the player. If we can identify these forms in our design work, we can use form-based criteria to help us design better things. The first form is the toy, or bare interactive system. In these systems, there is no goal. Instead, players play with or explore it and try to find its edges. The primary value of a toy could be called mapping, finding out exactly what happens when you do X or Y or Z. So, good toys have lots of possibility space for you to explore. The second form is the puzzle. Puzzles are a bare interactive system plus an objective or goal. So, place square peg in square hole is a puzzle. And so is a portal level. The primary value of puzzles is solving, reaching the solution state. Good puzzles are difficult but solvable. The third form is the contest. Contests are a bare interactive system, plus an objective, plus a session limitation. Contests are basically measuring tools that quantify how well you've memorized something, or how fast you can run, or how many hot dogs you can eat. Good contests shouldn't be solvable, and they should be accurate. Finally, the fourth form is the game. Games are contests that obfuscate the game state. This obfuscation forces players to build and rely on small bits of understanding in order to pursue the goal. This pursuit is expressed through decision making. A good game has many bits of understanding for players to learn, which we typically call depth. The currently active form determines the fundamental value of the system. Once we know what the fundamental form is, this can serve as a baseline for finding value in a system of that form type. Without this taxonomy, we have to rely on guidelines for what makes a good RTS or what makes a good roguelike. This explains why we've been so reliant on these genre scaffoldings for so long. Knowing about these low-level forms, on the other hand, enables us to start developing guidelines for all kinds of systems, no matter how new and novel they are. Thank you for watching. Even though these videos are only 3 minutes long, they still take a ton of time and energy and effort to put together. So I'm running a Patreon campaign, and if you would like to support it, then it will help me to be able to make more of these videos more frequently. Please consider becoming my patron on Patreon, and I thank you very much for watching the video. Take care.